Natural gas and oil are an essential part of our everyday lives. You get heating our homes, fueling our cars, life-saving medical devices, even cosmetics at the drugstore can all go back to that. Well, a new State of American Energy report is out, and Mike Summers, he's the president and CEO of American Petroleum Institute. He's here to discuss the results. Mike, welcome to the show, buddy.
Great to be with you today.
All right, the State of American Energy in 2020. We're only a couple weeks in, barely, but what do you say? What's the state right now?
So really this report is all about American leadership. So if you look at what's happened in this country over the course of the last decade, the United States is now the #1 producer of oil, #1 producer of natural gas, and by the way, #1 in environmental performance. We lead the world in emissions reductions right now, which is truly an American success story that wouldn't have happened without the innovation in the oil and natural gas industry.
Absolutely. Now let's talk about oil and natural gas, because I think we think oil, we think natural, we think gas at least. We put that in our car. We think natural gas that's heating our homes, but it really goes beyond that, and it can may have a huge effect on our community, can it?
Well, really, it is what we're focused on is making sure that these commodities continue to exist for the American people and that we continue to lead the world, because there's great benefits to the American consumer if this industry continues to thrive in the United States, because prices remain low and there's less volatility in those commodity prices as long as the United States continues to lead the world in production.
And frankly, there's jobs behind that as well that I'm sure you'd like to save. I mean, let's talk.
In fact, there are 10.9 million jobs supported by this industry, which is 10.9 million jobs are supported by natural gas and oil. And you know, these are really high-paying, good-paying jobs in data science and computer engineering and geology. And we're trying to attract the best and brightest workforce.
Let's talk about one obviously the big things that some people they hear oil, they hear gas, they're saying, what about climate change? And obviously there's some significant issues happening right now. What is the industry doing to take on the challenges of climate change while also meeting the demand of the energy demands of the country and the world?
Well, you really hit the nail on the head there, Sean. I mean, the truth of the matter is that we know that there's a dual challenge. How do you provide affordable energy to the world while at the same time doing it in a cleaner way? So that's one of the key focuses of this report, is trying to make sure that that we're doing this in the most environmentally responsible way. And as I said earlier, emissions in this country are actually going down year on year. And one of the reasons for that is because of a surge in natural gas finds in the United States. And because of that, we're now heating our homes more, we're now powering our lives more with natural gas, which is a much cleaner alternative than the previous leader, which was coal. The environmental performance continues to improve, and I think you'll continue to see that for the next decade ahead, that emissions reductions will continue to go down.
Really quickly, proposals being discussed on the campaign trail. Obviously, some would affect the industry and affect the economy and consumers. What do you say about what's being proposed?
Yeah, we have a study coming out that is focused on some of those proposals that are going on the campaign trail right now. The short answer is that if some of these proposals, like banning new technologies like hydraulic fracturing, if those go into effect, household energy prices will spike. Jobs will go down. We suggest that there'll be about $7 million jobs lost in the United States alone. And by the way, our national security would go down as well, because energy independence is one of the things that every president for the last 7 presidents have strived for, and now we're there. And if it weren't for this energy surge in the United States, we would not be nearly as secure as we are from a national security perspective. So some of these proposals are very, very dangerous, Sean.
Well, that last thing you said is certainly the truth about having the independence from having to get the oil from other places that, frankly, may not like us very much. So that the more independent we are,
that's exactly right.
Mike, it's great having you, my friend. Thank you for joining us.
Great. Thank you so much.
All right, for more information on the recent American Energy Report, visit API.org. American Petroleum Institute, proud sponsor of the Morning Blend.